statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in on this Veterans Day edition of LTN. And thank you for your service, for sure, all you veterans. I guess that was a big deal with the football this weekend. I saw that I didn't watch any of it, but when I was changing channels, I saw that at some of the games, people were dressed in military uniform. You know, they had on the sidelines, some of the teams had Army kind of clothes on, gear, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's something.
I know the month of October, they always do like breast cancer awareness for the NFL, and then
November
November
is. Yeah. I stopped. There was an interview with this young man, veteran, lost his whole arm and part of his shoulder, and he was sitting on a sofa. And one of the football players had contacted him and was writing to him. And I sat there and I looked at, and I said, what a sacrifice. What a sacrifice. And then they showed photographs of the young man prior to the war injury. Beautiful young man, right? Just wholesome. And there he sits. And he was optimistic. And then my mind turned to, and how people are caught up in such nonsense. When you see that kind of sacrifice and what he almost gave his life, and so much of his health now is, God knows what else is going on with him. And that's just remarkable to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. I hope your weekend was good, and I know in some parts of the country the weather has now turned snowing and 20 degrees and lower, and here we are in Florida, and I sit, and behind me you see that beautiful palm tree with the Gulf. That's the Gulf behind me. Blue sky.
I'm going to switch it out for snow later. I'm going to do it.
Should I put my jacket on?
Yeah. You got to come in here with like a parka or something, a hoodie.
One of my friends who grew up in Florida, he's from Florida, is going camping this weekend in Tennessee, and he said it's going to be in the 20s. I was like, yeah, you're going to end up at the Holiday Inn. You're not going to, no way you're going to make it.
I like to camp at the Waldorf and places like that.
He's talking tent camping. I was like, no way you're going to make it.
I like camping in those nice, just hotels.
Luxurious hotel rooms.
Oh, that's
where you
great.
Get the free robe.
I don't wear those stupid robes. That's good camping to me. I don't know.
I'm with you.
I don't have to bring
in 20-degree weather.
I don't have to bring a Coleman stove or a canteen or anything.
No way.
Oh my! Some people love that, That's just not me.
Me either.
I do like hiking, though. Right? Hiking is good.
Yeah.
This is good, and we're just chatting here, sort of getting into the into the groove.
Again, not in 20-degree weather, though.
Right. Ever. Not me, at least.
My daughter lives in Chicago, and
I remember when I went to Chicago, I remember coming back.
No. I remember leaving, yes.
I went to, I remember coming back to Tampa, but no, I was dressed like I was going back to Florida, of course, but it was like the day before Thanksgiving. It was 28 degrees.
Oh, that's nothing. What are you talking
I had
about?
Cargo shorts on.
Listen, my daughter called me last winter, one morning, in a frantic, and she said, "Dad, it's 30 below."
Those days are brutal. Everything hurts. They're
30
awful.
below.
It
and
physically hurts.
And she had to go to work, and she called everybody that works for her, told them to stay home. 30 below. She had never seen anything like that.
I don't ever want to. I feel uncomfortable. I feel frozen.
We have listeners and viewers that live in these places where it's like that. When I call and I ask them, and why do I ask about the weather? Because it has such a bearing on our health, psychologically, physically, and how you live, your lifestyle, the quality of your life. It is strenuous and stressful.
Absolutely.
To live in that weather, man.
I feel like everybody goes through some sort of change when the weather changes, whether
Absolutely.
your bones start hurting, your nose gets more, your lips gets chapped. Like, I get nosebleeds in the winter. That's my thing. I get really dried up and I get nosebleeds. Like
I love the winter.
Some people get chapped lips. Like, everybody goes through something when the weather changes.
Absolutely. Then there's the question, does the weather, do people feel more pain in the wintertime? I saw a story trending. I will find it. There's one trending today as we're talking about it, and I will dig it up. It's trending. I will get it. Promise. We love it when you call. That's why we come to work, to talk with you and to share ideas and to find our way through the maze of and the voluminous amount of information that is just we're awash in information. Then there's information, then there's junk information, and then there's credible messengers, and then there are those messengers you wouldn't want them delivering a pizza, let alone some message about your health. Right? Make Katie laugh.
I giggled. I'm literally looking for probably the same story as you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get over it.
Katie, please share with the listener and the viewer, and so they can tell other people too how they can connect and make contact with LTN.
I would love to. You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can always email Dr. Garko personally as well. His email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And if you visit letstalknutrition.com on your phone or your computer, you'll find all of our past shows. They're sorted by date and title. We have all of our shows on there, so there's quite a library of shows. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Let's Talk Nutrition. We post our live stream there every day as well as some articles we talk about throughout the show. Make sure to like our page and share us with your friends. We're also on YouTube. Our live stream is there as well. And if you subscribe to us, you'll get a notification every day when we go live.
We'll pester you. No, we won't. No, we won't.
Just once a day. Just once a day we'll pester.
So this story goes back in time. Neither of you were not even an idea in anybody's head. Back in 1955, Philip Morris, and I would love to know the crew that put the campaign together. Philip Morris initiated probably one of the most successful marketing campaigns of all time, much to the detriment of humankind. What am I referring to? You have any idea?
I don't.
Okay. You ever hear the Marlboro Man?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The Marlboro Man was a fella. It was an image, an idea, a concept in television commercials. And over the years, they had different men play that role. What's ironic about all this, Marlboro as a cigarette, when it was first introduced into the marketplace, was intended for women. And then I guess the sales weren't doing as well, and they decided to start a campaign featuring the Marlboro Man. Well, one of the men who played, who was in the commercials, his name was Robert Norris. What's ironic about Mr. Norris is that he never smoked, and he did the commercials. He died at 90. Handsome guy. And when we come back, I'll tell you more about the story and the power of marketing and its influence on our health.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking about the fellow, one of the men who played the role of the Marlboro Man in one of the, as I said, in my opinion, one of the most influential marketing campaigns of all time, and to the detriment of humankind. There he is. See that image? That we're showing the image. That's when he was young. He died. He died at 90. He never smoked. And you know, even I'm looking at one photograph of him. He's much older than the photograph that was just the image that was just shown when he was young doing the commercials. Handsome man. That's not an accident. Well, these campaigns. He quit. He did it for 14 years, and then he was struggling with doing it because of his children, and he decided not to do it anymore. He felt guilty. Now, I remember a time, and I saw it with my own eyes and heard it with my own ears. Doctors, physicians, licensed, real doctors on TV promoting cigarette smoking, saying ridiculous lies and stupid things. Unconscionable. When you think of the toll, the number of people who have died from smoking, and I'm sure that number is out there. I bet you can find it. I bet there's a metric that has calculated the number of people who have died just in this country from smoking. When you have these kind of campaigns, and then doctors on TV back in the day, some of you may remember that, in a white coat saying that this cigarette is better and safer than the other, and it's just lies.
That is so weird that you mentioned that. My brother has this weird thing where he watches like old commercials.
And he saw that?
And yesterday I was at his house and he was watching a old Camel Crush commercial, or just Camels. And it was doctor. It was like, these are what the doctors smoke. And I was mind blown. I was like, doctors used to openly smoke cigarettes? So it's really funny that you mentioned that, because I just learned that yesterday.
And the commercial for a Camel was you would walk a mile for a Camel.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you smoke, you probably couldn't walk a mile. Okay, that was their logo. That was their mantra. You would walk a mile for a Camel, and the impact on our health. You think of all the commercials that are running right now regarding food, regarding anything that we consume, alcohol, sodas, cereals. Do you realize how influenced the culture is by these campaigns? They are only marketing campaigns. They are not necessarily a depiction or reflection of reality. It's a reality that they create. And then we adopt it, and it then becomes reality. And I don't know who created that Marlboro campaign. Whoever did it was brilliant. It's a brilliant campaign. The Marlboro man was not just a guy sitting on a horse who was rugged-looking, handsome, chiseled face, beautiful-looking, fellow. No, he was an iconic symbol. And it's one professor, Professor Vacker, said he was a symbol of how people could control their destiny. And Professor Vacker said, quote, he was a reassuring figure at the height of our fear of nuclear annihilation and a conservative counter to changing values, close quote. That's what was going on back in those days. There was a lot in play. The Cold War was in play. It was a turbulent period, the Cold War. There was civil rights, women's rights movements were in play at the time. There was the emergence of rock and roll. Oh, my God, we were all going to go to hell. Watching Elvis Presley bump and grind, people thought, oh, my God, it's the end of humankind. It was a crazy time. I was just a lad. I have vivid memories of those times.
We just had a caller call and ask if you remember the old Gold commercials.
Gold.
I'm guessing it's a cigarette brand.
Yes. There was Newports. Then they came out with the mentholated. And then the claim was that the menthol cigarettes were healthier. And it turns out, and you can check my work on this, the African-American community bought into the mentholated cigarettes. Kools was the Kool. Kools was the brand at the time. Then there were Salem and others. And they targeted certain groups, ethnic groups. It's insidious. You say, well, hell, it's only a commercial. No, it's not, man. It's not just a marketing campaign or a commercial. It is a medium that shapes destiny. It's a medium that contours the society that we live in and the food culture that we adopt. Do you think for 1 minute that all of these chains, these fast food chains, would be in existence but for the marketing? It's ridiculous, but that's what it is. And I know that there are scholars, anthropologists, sociologists, communication scholars that study this phenomenon, the media, and how the media shapes our destiny, whether we like it or not.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Just before we bring on our guest, I want to keep my promise. I had mentioned something about the weather, remember? And I said, the weather does affect us. And so there was a story trending this morning. I didn't plan on talking about it, but I remember seeing it as I was getting ready for the show. Does weather really affect our experience with pain? A new study apparently says that living with arthritis and other conditions that cause pain, a certain kind of weather does increase pain. Try to tell somebody who lives in a cold climate that the weather doesn't affect their body and the pain. Some people can even predict when the weather's going to turn for the worse. And this debate has gone on forever, and you would think that somehow we would be more, we would confirm the hypothesis or disconfirm it once and for all. But scientists and many at the University of Manchester in the United Kingdom have released the findings of a new study that exposes a link, they said, between chronic pain and humid, windy days with low atmospheric pressure. Notice what I said. Chronic pain, humid, windy days with low atmospheric pressure. I didn't say below zero temperatures or, freezing temperatures. Now, it's been forever since the time of Hippocrates that weather would, affect the symptoms that we have. And, can you weather the pain? Yeah, it's just unsettled. It's not that clear to me. Now, my mom, she would have sworn to you that the weather, when the weather came, cold weather and whatever, whenever it would change, she would have more discomfort. She swore. I mean, you couldn't convince her otherwise. Was it in her head? I don't think so. But I don't know. These scientists, they just can't seem to nail this one down. But anyway, speaking of cold country, new guest on the show today. I understand he's out of Ontario, Canada. I have not been to Ontario, although we've had guests from Ontario on the show before. Wayne Elliott is his name. Wayne, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. How cold is it in Ontario today?
Well, thank you. It's a little depressing, Dr. Garka. It's cold. It's below freezing. This is a little unusual, but we have snow and 100% chance of snow for the next 12 hours, according to the weather. So
100%.
I get it that the weather can affect the way we feel. That's for sure.
100% chance. There's no ambiguity, right?
No chance of stopping, according to the forecast. Not today.
Were you born and raised in Ontario?
I was, even though my second home is the Miami area. I went to university there, and winter there these last 15 years. But yeah, born and raised in the Hammer, Hamilton, Ontario. That's our steel city.
Yeah, the Hammer,
Canada, and happy to be headed your way in another month or so.
So let me ask you, Wayne. I know you didn't come on to talk about the weather, but is it different when you're in this climate compared to Ontario? Do you feel different emotionally, physically, psychologically, or is it the same?
No, I would say there's a difference, truthfully, especially in the winter and depending on your age. Some people love the winter. I used to think it was okay when I was younger, but skiing and so forth. But no, looking outside today is very gray. Visibility is low, snowing like heck. I always picks my mood up a step when I get to southern Florida each winter. That's for sure.
And you're affiliated with Strauss.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
What's your connection to the company?
Well, years ago I was Eastern Canadian distributor and met Jim Strauss Sr. Was first a customer. And with clogged arteries and angina and all the angina symptoms. That was 22 years ago in my early 40s. Today at 65, I'm a new man. I haven't had angina for 20 years or any of the symptoms and have energy. And I mean, the recycling business is how I make my living. We recycle and scrap old ships and warships and hazardous waste and batteries and scrap metal. So my 49th year in business as a recycler, but my passion is natural health and certainly the Strauss company, the Strauss Heart Drops, and what Jim Strauss taught me many years ago about nature and natural health.
I misspoke. You have been on my show before. I remember you've been on my show before, haven't you?
I don't remember.
I do remember because you know how I remember.
Years ago, if I was.
I remember because of what you in the scrap business. I remember that story that you told. Now it rings a bell for me. Yes. So you would attribute your taking of the strap. There's no ambiguity. Like there's no ambiguity that it's going to snow 100% where you are today. There is no ambiguity in your mind that your angina was corrected with the taking of that product. 100%?
120%. My parents, my friends, my customers. This is my passion is to do the radio shows. I did 500 lectures years ago.
Oh, my land.
No, there's no question about that. It's like a miracle, but I've seen the solid proof so many times. It just dissolves plaque and cholesterol, the Strauss Heart Drops do, and you will have blood flow everywhere you're meant to have it. And it turns out that's probably the most important body function. And yeah, so there's absolutely no doubt in my mind.
877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. I'm sure in Canada, I haven't looked, but, in the United States, cardiovascular disease, or let me be more specific, coronary heart disease, because cardiovascular disease is constituted of many different heart-related diseases. Heart disease has been the leading cause of death since the 1920s in this country. Is that the case there in Canada, too?
Yes, sir. Exactly the same. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number one. And then cancer's right behind it. And the product, Mr. Strauss, the man who, the father, of course, his sons and family now running the business and whatnot. But that formula, that was put together not in current contemporary times. When we come back, if you could talk about that, that particular concept and what he had in mind. If you could share that part of the narrative, that's an interesting narrative to share. People think, well, it's just, well, I don't want to give it away. When we come back, I'll let you share with the audience what exactly the Heart Drops are. Wayne Elliott, Ontario, Canada, Strauss.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation. And it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Wayne Elliott, educator for Strauss Heart Drops. And we'll get you to their website here in a second. He has had a personal experience with the product, and 100%, he said 100%, 120% that his angina, which was like 20 years ago, corrected itself in taking the product. Now, you can't dismiss that kind of anecdotal evidence. To say that it's a placebo or it's all in his head is, I don't think so. If that's a pretty strong placebo effect, and I'm just saying. Wayne, welcome back. Share the story about the formula a little bit with the listener and the viewer.
Well, the Strauss family, Peter Strauss, Jim's son, is the 8th generation herbalist, master herbalist, medicine man. And the Strauss Heart Drops are actually the newest product. They were made in 1980 for Jim after a massive heart attack. We didn't know much about cholesterol in those days. In my opinion, Western medicine still knows little. The cholesterol myth and their position that high blood cholesterol is a danger when 8 out of 10 heart attack victims have low blood cholesterol. So I still don't think that Western medicine knows much about it, but certainly back in 1980, they knew less, and Jim was lucky that he was a block from the hospital, and when he had this heart attack and rolled into the parking lot and honked on his horn, they came and got him, and they, after some tests, told him that he could die that day if he didn't have the open heart surgery. Jim declined that and flew back to Kamloops, BC, about a 2-hour flight in a medical helicopter. And he and his son, Pete, he was in too much pain to lay down and too much pain to walk or stand up. So from an easy chair, he and Pete discussed the herbs that they would need to dissolve this plaque, clear his arteries. And the Strauss family, the only people I've ever heard of that put their formulas together by taste, just like a fine chef or a cook or your mom would to taste something before she served it to you. So they, with a gram scale and chewing the herbs they believe they needed, herbs like cayenne and, of course, garlic and hawthorn berries and leaves, motherwort, European mistletoe, white willow bark. They, in about 3 hours, I've heard the story many times, about 3 hours, they had what they considered to be the formula in its best proportion. So Peter made a tincture for his dad. They didn't know how much to take, so Jim started to drink what we now consider about a 2-week supply every day. And this was at age 59 he was. In two and a half weeks, he walked to his mailbox. In 6.5 weeks, he went back to work. Never a surgery, never a pill, never a pharmaceutical, and went to work for 25 years and healthy living and no issues. So it's a newer formula. It's 40 years old and tried and true. I've dealt with so many people, Dr. Garko, in the past, and I would love it. They would come to the next lecture or call the next radio show and tell me about their mom or their sister, and many teary moments. But it's just been the most rewarding thing, truly, I've ever been involved in my life. Grateful for my own life, of course, my parents and some dear friends and relatives, but truly rewarding to be just some part of helping other people.
877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Wayne Elliott with Strauss. The website that people can go to, Wayne.
It's StraussNaturals.com. StraussNaturals.com. That's STRAUSS. They could also check me out or my blog at wayne-elliott.blog. Just for some of my stories and pictures of recycling ships and so forth. As I say, that's how I make my living. This is pure passion that I love to be involved with.
Yeah, I know you do. I can tell. I hear that. And you spell your last name Elliotte?
T-T. 2 L's, 2 T's.
Okay.
Elliott.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a little typo there on your name, so we'll fix it. You've been going around the literally Canada and the world talking about this product for how long now?
For me, about 22 years, Doug. About 22 years I've been. You can't shut me up. If anybody's willing to talk, I'm all in.
Yeah, we were. We found some photographs of you where you had your industrial helmet on. You were it looked like on a dock somewhere, shipping yards, and that's an interesting business. You still do that work?
Yeah, we sure do. Yes, sir. Yeah, we've recycled. The family has recycled over 150 large ships in our in our career.
So you take these ships and when you say recycle them, you take them apart and then what do you I guess use the metal?
That's right. Take out the hazardous waste, do all the cleaning, the asbestos, the hydrocarbons, PCBs, and then we process the steel into pieces 4 foot by 2 foot for steel mills, for melting at steel mills.
Well, that's a dangerous job. I mean, there's a lot of contaminants there.
Well, there is, and there's other dangers too. Lifting, 50 and 100-ton pieces of ship, and torch cutting, and a lot of our cutting now is done by very large hydraulic shears on the ends of big excavators. But yeah, it's a dangerous work, exposed to many materials. That's for sure. There aren't too many in this business. There's, I think, 4 in the United States. We're the only ones full-time in Canada.
Wow.
It's a challenging business indeed.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting. People's health, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in Connecticut, whether you're in Colombia, it doesn't make any difference. People's health is certainly a priority, although at times not treated as such until and when some catastrophic event, like with Mr. Strauss, he's got a coronary, he's driving himself to the hospital. They want to do open heart surgery. He declines. That's a crazy story. He said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go on back home," and decides to take matters into his own hands. And then, born out of that the potential tragedy, come the Strauss Heart Drops, which, by the way, I should tell the listener and the viewer, in Canada, that is a legendary product. It's quite something. We come back. There's much more to share and tell. Strauss Heart Drops. We'll tell you more. You're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally. Are you tired of being tired? So was Amanda until she tried Floridix Iron and Herbs. You can probably relate. Between juggling her job and family, she was constantly exhausted. She put off going to the gym, and making her dinner every night seemed like a heroic task. Then she found out she had the most common nutritional deficiency in the U.S., iron deficiency. Amanda turned to Floridix, an easily absorbed plant-based liquid iron supplement. For over 60 years, Floridix has been helping reduce exhaustion and fatigue caused by iron deficiency. This formula is easy on the digestive tract and free of artificial colors and flavors. It even has vitamins B and C for enhanced absorption. No wonder it's the best-selling iron supplement in North America. Flora Vital provides all the same benefits as Floridix, but without gluten or yeast. Reclaim your energy with Floridix and Flora Vital, available at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com/Floridix. florahealth.com/Floridix.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in this Veterans Day edition of Let's Talk Nutrition. We are nationally syndicated and internationally streamed. And we're out there in the ether, and that's how I like it. The more we can connect and make contact with people, the better I feel about doing this show. And we try not to waste your time. And if you call this show, I will talk to you. People call. We encourage you to call and share your experience. Maybe you've taken the Strauss Heart Drops, for example, talking about those today, that product. And we'll tell you about the website. We have a guest on, an educator for Strauss, and Wayne Elliott. And he gives a firsthand account, his experience with taking that product. You heard the story in the first hour. Everything's archived, so Katie will tell you in a minute how you can go back and catch all that. And, it turns out, and you hear me, I've said this before, that food is not just food. And that statement, that assertion, is true in a number of ways. First, with respect to the quality and quantity of food, food is not just food in terms of quality. You don't need to be a nutritionist, a dietitian, gone to some high-end university to study, to learn about food. Most people understand that there is a qualitative difference, and that it's not, food is not just food, in that with respect to quality, some food will heal and some food will harm. And then, of course, in quantity, eating more is not necessarily better. Perhaps maybe eating less of certain foods would be a lot better. And food is not just food in terms of, and I was alluding to this with the quality point, its effect on our health in terms and its ability to help create, to sustain, and reclaim our health. Some food will just do the opposite. It will deconstruct, decompose, and create an imbalance in your body to the point where you will become sick. And food is not just food either in terms of the food culture itself and what constitutes it. Our food culture is dominated with processed food, a lot of it. Now, not all processing of food is a bad thing. But when you process the food to the point where it becomes, as I said the other day on the show, a UFO, an unidentified food object, then you got a problem. Because if you can't recognize it, I'm telling you, your cells won't recognize it either. And if that's the case, their cells are not going to know what to do with that food, meaning the chemicals that constitute it. And if they're harmful chemicals, it's worse yet, because there's no defense. We didn't evolve to eat this food. that we have that dominates our food culture. We did not evolve to eat it. I mean, we can eat it, but we didn't evolve to deal with the downstream consequences of eating that food. I could go, you're getting my drift, I'm sure. One of the consequences of eating that kind of food, I'm just talking about food now as a risk factor. It will disease your heart, your arteries in specific. Make no mistake about it. There's no ambiguity here. Zero. Your arteries will plaque with much of this processed food, high in salt, sugar, and unhealthy fat. Notice my language. Unhealthy fat. Unhealthy. And you're writing a prescription for illness and early death every time you eat that food. You're filling the prescription. And most people writing that script for themselves. And then you have a heart attack or a stroke because your arteries are so diseased. And you get some people get the epiphany. They have that moment. Say, what have I done? And what can I do now to change the course of my destiny? And some, traditional medicine has some remedies, some of which work. They have surgeries, they have pharmaceuticals, different therapies. Some are controversial. And then people start looking for natural therapies, some of which are controversial too, that were concocted in some, place. And just because it says natural doesn't mean it is, because the natural can be very unnatural. Take it from me. I've made it my business to understand that. And there's so many charlatans that will exploit people. Because when people are sick, they're vulnerable. They fall prey. They'll look for anything. They will make a deal with Mephistopheles, the devil, to get their health back. They would rather live longer than go to hell and stay there than to die sooner and go someplace better. That is the nature of human nature, it seems to me. So we look for these therapies to help us, food therapies. Nutrition means food. It means other things too. Your diet means food. Nutrition is, implicates the metabolism of food and so on. So products come and they go. You certainly can change your diet, which I highly recommend. I would probably tell you to eat a whole food, plant-based diet, no meat, no dairy, no oil, if you have heart disease. Then there's your lifestyle, better sleep, better stress management, better relationships with people, and so on and so on. And then there's dietary supplementation to help try to reclaim your health and maybe recreate, sustain, and reclaim it. And that's where Strauss Heart Drops enters in stage left. And there are more, and when you read the testimonials, and I've had guests on from Strauss, and I've had, some of them have read some of these testimonials, and it's pretty remarkable. And you heard Wayne Elliott tell the story about, Mr. Strauss, who started this whole thing, and what happened to him and how the product was born. It was born out of his own near demise, right? And here we are, fast forward. I believe James said, he said it was back in the 80s or whenever it was, 40, 50 years ago. And they put that formula together. And apparently it works. You can't keep a product on a shelf that long if it didn't work. That's not science. That's just common sense. Right? People will not buy products if they don't work. They just won't. And that I can count on. We come back, I'll reintroduce Wayne to you, and we'll continue our conversation. LTN, coast to coast and globally. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balance mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Avail-Blend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lungs Liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lungs Immune and Clear Lungs Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome to the Veterans Day edition of LTN. Wayne Elliott is our guest. From Strauss, educated for Strauss, great company. And Wayne, welcome back to the show. So did I say anything in that monologue that caused great violence in your mind? You said, geez, I need to get off this show immediately?
No, not at all, Dr. Garko. Jim Strauss always said, if you're not made from it, it cannot fix you. And for us to expect the likes of chemical drugs to actually fix us or heal or cure us is like taking our car to the lumber yard to fix with 2x4s. You need materials the car is made from, and our bodies are no different. We need cells that we're made from, as you mentioned a few minutes ago. So, I'm as you can sense, a 110% or 120% believer, and I've just seen so much over the past 25 years, 23 years, that I can't be convinced otherwise.
Well, what was that phrase, that statement that you used? If you're not made, how did it go?
If you're not made from it, it cannot fix you.
Cannot fix you.
And, that's what Jim always said, and I believe that makes perfect sense to me as well.
Yeah.
You can't fix your car with lumber. You can't fix our bodies with chemicals, and these genetically modified foods as well, Dr. Garko, are I believe, and Jim believed, killing us. These Franken foods are man-made foods. Jim always claimed that they were missing enzymes, and since then, scientists have warned us of other dangers of the GMO foods and GMO-containing foods.
877-897-8255. Does Strauss still have a guarantee on that product, or did they lift that?
No, 100%. Yeah,
could you explain that to the listener?
Determined it's a hello.
Yeah, could you explain how that guarantee works?
Yeah, it's a complete hassle-free guarantee. If a customer is not happy for any reason or not satisfied for any reason, they get 100% of their money refunded. And Health Canada years ago determined that the Strauss Heart Drops are 100% safe, with no contraindications with any pharmaceuticals.
I know there's some rules that I guess they can go to the website and get that all laid out, right? And how to
absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, there are no rules. They changed that. There's no test, no requirement if you're not satisfied.
Oh, wow!
The Strauss company wants you satisfied. See,
so you don't even have to do that anymore.
No, hassle-free.
Unbelievable! I didn't know that. I'm glad I asked. Yeah, because you had to go to the doctor to have a lab test, and then you establish baseline, and then several months later, then they do the test again, and you compare and contrast. So you don't even have to do that anymore.
No, don't have to do a thing if you're not satisfied. The Strauss company, Jim was always that way. He wanted everyone to be satisfied. He never wanted anyone to buy anything they didn't need. So they still have that same basic premise to their business, I know, is that if you don't need something, they don't wish to sell you anything. Lots of free advice, lots of other things, knowledge you can get, but they won't sell you a product you don't need.
Yeah, there's an insurance commercial that is running. I don't want to mention the brand, but that's what they say. That's really the essence of the commercial. Don't get something you don't need. In other words, just get they'll sell you insurance just for what you need, not for what. I sound like the commercial now. So that's right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, there's a degree of integrity and wholesomeness to that idea, isn't there?
Yeah, there sure is, and I'd like to mention, Dr. Garko, that people suffering diabetes, we've just seen miracles with diabetics. They, as you know, blood flow is their biggest challenge, and we've had just so many folks save their eyesight, save from losing another limb, save from losing more toes. It's just been a wonderful experience to be involved in. But certainly any heart disease, clogged arteries, the old used to call it hardening of the arteries, that diabetics, even if a person has grayish blue lips or skin, is a bad sign of restricted blood flow.
Terrible
cold
circulation.
Hands and feet.
Yeah.
But diabetics, it's just a wonderful thing for diabetics. They don't need to take any extra, but it's just a great thing to take for life if you're diabetic.
And how can you talk a little bit about how you take the product, when you should take it, how much you should take, and so on?
Absolutely. The product should be taken, you put it under your tongue so that it goes immediately into your bloodstream. No need to digest it first. And just hold it under your tongue for a minute or so. If there's anything left, you can swallow that. Excuse me. Sure. I normally take it 2 to 3 times a day.
Really?
But if I just take it twice, I'll take extra. So I'll take at least a full dropper twice a day. I've been taking it 22 years now, and I'll never stop taking it. That's for sure. If you're prone to clogging and prone to cholesterol issues, well, like I am, I'll just never stop taking it. But the truth is, in 3 to 4 months, I really thought I was Superman years ago. I just couldn't believe how invigorating it was with increased blood flow. And Jim, I think I was one of the people that he, made him say this, but he was concerned for me as hard as I was going and almost stopped sleeping after 3 months. I was so energized. And so we always tell people from that point on to don't do anything much more strenuous than you're used to for the first 3 or 4 months. And after that, Jim would say you can go and chase rabbits.
Or chase girls or whatever you like to chase.
Yeah, whatever you want to chase. That's right.
Yeah, it's all good. Wayne Elliott with Strauss. We come back, we'll get you to the website. We'll chat some more. A lot to learn. As I said, this show, right? Your health is your wealth. That's for sure. Nothing more wealthy than your health. We'll be back.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. We had a caller, didn't want to come on air, but shared some of a narrative with Katie. I'll have Katie tell you about that.
Yes, he said one of his really good friends had some heart problems, and basically he can thank the Heart Drops for keeping him on a good track. He said even the cardiologist asked him, how is this guy still alive? And he said, really, it's because of the Heart Drops. It's amazing.
Yeah, you hear, it's interesting. That's anecdotal. Some people are dismissive of anecdotal evidence. I'm not so quick to dismiss it. I'm just not. Yeah, people's narratives, their stories, have meaning. And that's that person's experience. You pay attention to it. And so I hear these stories all the time, especially with this product. It's just amazing how certain products inspire that kind of narrative. It just seems that way to me. And as I said, if it didn't work, it wouldn't be happening like that. And I can't say that all those people are the victims of a placebo effect. They think it's in their head. They think it, they have this confirmation bias. They believe it's going to work, so therefore it works. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's what's going on there in all cases. I don't. Wayne, welcome back. Good to have you on. I hear the commitment in your voice. It's interesting. I can't see you. But, I do see you on the radio, however. And it's interesting. I hear that commitment in your voice, and you're absolute, like you said, 120% convinced that your own heart cardiovascular issues were ameliorated, modulated, corrected, whatever term you want to use, because of those drops. And you've been taking them, what, you say 20 years every day?
22 years now, yep. Yeah, it's fabulous. I was talking yesterday I'm 65 years old. I'm in my 66th year now, and I was a football and a baseball player, and was talking to my old catcher yesterday, and he said, Wayne, do you ever tell them on the radio about my situation? And I said, well, I've referred to you, I'm sure. So I just like to say now, he had a fall 3 years ago, and his infarction rate was 21, so his heart was working less than half properly that they had discovered, and just shy of 3 months on the Strauss Heart Drops, and his rate climbed. His cardiologist thought it was a miracle, and unfortunately wouldn't give the credit all to the Strauss Heart Drops, but he was blown away. The cardiologist was, and said it was a miracle. Well, we've seen all kinds of miracles. I can tell you that, Dr. Garko. I've seen all kinds of miracles with, if that's what they are, using the Strauss Heart Drops, and okay. I know I'm going to keep seeing them too. It's something either works or it doesn't work, and there's just no question that these heart drops are Jim always said you need the right ingredients and the perfect proportion, and I believe that's what the Strauss Heart Drops are.
We had somebody call in to Katie and pose a question. She wanted to know the listener wanted to know if she could take Strauss Heart Drops while she was on Eliquis. Eliquis is a blood thinner.
Yes, she can, and the Strauss Heart Drops, I say this to people all the time and on the radio, the Strauss Heart Drops work despite the pharmaceuticals. They certainly don't work hand in hand. They're at opposite ends of the spectrum, as different as food and drugs, herbal medicines and chemical drugs. So there's no contraindication with any drug, and for the most part, what we have found and seen over all these years, the Strauss Heart Drops will make your blood the correct thickness for you, because your body knows exactly what to do with natural substances. Doesn't know what to do with chemical drugs, and that's why they often have so much trouble, doctor, getting people on the right dosage of blood thinners, or what they perceive as the right dosage, because our bodies really don't know what to do with chemicals, do they?
Well, there are chemicals, and there's you're speaking of a particular class or category of chemicals. I mean, food. I mean. In my training, as the more I have become more trained, more educated, if you will, with advanced degrees in nutrition, I've come to appreciate the chemistry of food. And it is about the chemicals. In this case, the chemicals found in food are sometimes galaxies and galaxies away from those chemicals you'll find in a pharmaceutical. In fact, some pharmaceuticals are predicated upon the chemicals that are found in food. They're trying to mimic what we find in the food, what they find in food. We have any number of examples for that. Red yeast rice, for example. That compound in the compound in red yeast rice, the compounds, these to try and lower cholesterol, the cholesterol medications in large measure are imitating that compound in different ways, right? The way it behaves. So it's interesting. So again, when we're talking about chemicals, what class of chemicals and what's the context in which they were situated?
Yeah, I guess it's the man-made chemicals that I believe are
the synthetics.
Are killing us. Jim Strauss believed. The natural chemicals, the natural chemicals in foods and so forth. It's like arsenic. When I was a young kid, they told us in school, don't eat apple seeds because they have arsenic in them, and almonds are, I think, 3% arsenic. Well, it just proves in nature's proportion that that it's perfect. But I wouldn't suggest. I think if you ate pure arsenic, the amount that's in, say, 100 almonds, you would probably die.
Yeah, you're a goner.
I can't tell you how many times I've eaten hundreds of almonds, especially chocolate-coated ones, and nothing happened to me.
Yeah, well, you may have gained a few pounds, but
that's right.
So, give the website again, please.
Yes, it's StraussNaturals.com. STRAUSS, StraussNaturals.com.
As in,
I got to apologize, Doug. My voice is shaky today. It's been cold up here, as I told you, and I was out on a tug the other day, for a few days, and I picked up something, but so I apologize for that. My voice is a little rough today.
That's okay. No worries. You're out on. So you're out there, man. You're not behind a desk. You're on a tug out there working, right?
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place, all over the country, and I love it outside. And I'm not giving in to my age, I can tell you that, Doc.
Well, we talk about aging on the show. There's your age, and then there's aging. How well are you are as a person aging? There's your chronological age, and then there's your functional or biological age. Some often talk about one's psychological age as well. You're listening to Wayne Elliott, educator for Strauss. They're just Strauss Naturals. A venerable company in Canada. They had their go-rounds with the Canadian government, too, and they fared fairly well. And when we come back, we can tell you, they got some sanctions from them, too, good, not sanctioned to say certain things about their product, which is good.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balance mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Avail-Blend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lungs Liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lungs Immune and Clear Lungs Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And here we have the LTN health question of the day. We do this every day around this time. And this is a question about place. See how closely you were listening to our guest today. He's calling in from Canada, and he mentioned where he's from. So, is Wayne in Ontario, Quebec, or Montreal today? He was born and raised in this city, he mentioned, but he does spend time in Florida. He went to school at University of Miami, he said. He likes the warm weather. So where is he calling from today? Ontario, Quebec, or Montreal? Here's the number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. And you could get a $25 supplement gift card.
If you're a winner. Let's go to Washington, Illinois. Janelle, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on, Janelle.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Doing well.
Good.
Although we're getting a little snow, so that's never comes late.
A little snow is how many feet? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, maybe 3 inches, so it's not too
All right, that's not too bad. Oh, geez, that's a walk in the park. That's no big deal for you.
Yeah.
You had a question about the heart drops, a heart attack and heart drops. What? Some context.
Well, what I wondered, my husband about 4 years ago had a mild heart attack, and a year and a half ago had a slight stroke, each due to cholesterol. He's been on red yeast rice, which has helped. And so I didn't know with these heart drops if you still continue with the red yeast rice, if it takes the place of, if it's in connection to.
Okay, so before I'll ask Wayne to give you his take on it, I'll give you my take on it. I would recommend that if he's taking red yeast rice, that he certainly should be taking a good CoQ10 supplement.
He does.
I would recommend Jarro's. Their upper end ubiquinol product.
Yeah, that's what he takes.
Good. How much does he take of that a day? Do you know?
Of the he takes two, and they are 100 milligrams.
Mm-hmm. And the red yeast rice, how much is
QH? Yeah. It's the QH Absorb.
Yeah, that's a good product, and that's an excellent product. And how much red yeast rice does he take? Probably a couple caps. 2.
Well, what I have gotten is an extended release.
Yeah, it's okay.
So he takes one. He takes one, and it's 600 milligrams.
Okay. So, and you want to know, is there any contraindication of taking the drops with the CoQ10 and the red yeast rice? And your answer would be, Wayne?
Well, all I ever took was the Strauss Heart Drops, and I didn't take any CoQ10. I didn't take anything else at all. I continued to work 16, 18 hours a day once I felt better, and still do. So I would just strongly urge you to try the Strauss Heart Drops, and your husband can't be harmed, and if he's not better, go and get 100% of your money back, but he'll be better. I guarantee it, I swear to you.
So there you go.
Okay, and
go ahead.
You said give it how long till you really...
Oh, well, I'll tell you another thing, dear. He won't need a doctor's test or numbers or anything else to know how he's feeling. So you have him take those, and if he isn't feeling 100% better with 100% more energy in 3 months, I'll make sure Strauss gives your money back, and I'll eat my hat.
and he wears a hard hat, so that's hard to digest.
I do wear a hard hat, so it's a tough swallow, I'll tell you, but I'll do it.
I would say this to you. I know you.
Because his energy level has been affected.
Of course it is, because he's not getting enough oxygenated. Your arteries, when they get colluded, you're not getting enough oxygenated, nutrient-rich blood to course through your body and to get to the cells of your body and to oxygenate the cells, and so the mitochondria can do their work and all the other organelles within the cell and so on. It makes eminently good sense.
Excuse me if you've already answered this question, because I turned it on late because I was
okay.
Doing some
no
other
worries.
Things. But does this help with the plaquing?
Now there's at least two kinds of plaque. There is calcified plaque, and then there is the fatty plaque. Typically, with these kinds of products, they go after the fatty plaque, and it'll prevent that plaque from being calcified. Once plaque is calcified, in my professional opinion, it's very difficult to undo that. It's very difficult.
That's what we were told.
Yeah, but you can do, and I can cite you the studies about fatty plaque, and then, moreover, you didn't ask me, but I'll tell you anyway. If he were my client, if your husband were my client, and he asked me, Dr. Garko, in terms of my diet, what would you recommend? I would unequivocally, without any hesitation, say to him, a whole food, plant-based diet, whole food, plant-based diet, no meat, no dairy, and in his case, for a while, no oil. That is a tough regimen. That's a tough regimen. I would advise you to go. I would advise you to go and read Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. You can find him on the web, on his website, Caldwell Esselstyn. He is a cardiac surgeon at the Cleveland Clinic. He's been doing this since the 80s with his patients. His patients were dying. He was putting in stents and whatnot, and they still died. He said, I had to find another way. I have a lot of respect for Dr. Esselstyn. You might pay a visit to his website and read what he has to say about it. He has saved many patients' lives, not with just surgery, but with diet. Now, it's easy for me.
We've changed his diet a lot.
It's easy for me to say, whole food, plant-based diet, no meat, no dairy, no oil. Yeah, it's hard to do. I would recommend that you go to nutritionfacts.org and begin to read and understand. And you can always call me, Janelle, on this show and talk to me, or have your husband call me. I'd be delighted to speak with him. Thank you for your call.
Okay.
I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, thank you.
Nellie, what's the answer, Nellie?
Ontario.
Yeah, Ontario. Congratulations. Wayne, thank you for being on the show today. You were great. I appreciate your authenticity, your honesty, and your commitment. Strauss Heart Drops, Wayne Elliott, good combination. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Celsius is a fitness drink which is clinically proven to function. How? As a thermogenic, Celsius proprietary MetaPlus blend accelerates metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. There are only two ways a body burns fat: through increased heart rate and our increased body temperature, thermogenesis. Drinking Celsius and then going into motion is double dipping. You're accelerating the burn, and the results are even faster. Celsius is your ultimate fitness partner. No high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors. 100% of 7 essential vitamins. Proven in 6 published university studies. How does it work? Celsius proprietary MetaPlus formula, including green tea with EGCS, ginger, and guarana seed, turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities is proven to energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat and calories. Invest in yourself. Drink Celsius. Look for us at www.celsius.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed